combination, I mean, so that means you have a points geometry when you try to make some how can say some point of interest like petrol station, filling station, or charging station. And lines means the road network you need to visualize. Doesn't matter new roads or old roads, you need to visualize. Polygons, you can whatever you try to use the polygons, you can use for the plot or buildings or floors or unit or any infrastructure that you need to be modeled or geometry like polygons. You can use the polygon geometry into this. And some cases you need to be some circles for the buffering, even though it's possible to use case. And in some cases you need rectangle, simply rectangle, build the rectangles. And some cases you need to be some movies to register into the application and see the movies into the UR maps where the movies is reality, take the pictures. And then this is the third really important use case. And even though we can make some cartographical presentation as busy format that I already show you, and then you can even though get the really like civil engineering construction, they have really big bridge construction like Bangladesh, the Padma bridge. And this is the bridge you can make a videos, you can play the videos, complete videos there. And even though the design layout as like here add the image pictures. And then the all construction engineers, all planners can see all the governmental institute or government people can see the pictures or impression how realities look like, where their project look like, where they invest their money, where how the investment coming for the benefit for this investment. That's why I say that GUI functionality is really important. You need to be think about, you need to be the components of the GUI functionality. How can you integrate the components into the GUI functional, into the GUI applications? Doesn't matter how the components integrate and with the possibility use case, I mean the use cases of GUI functionality or features. So we added the image layers also into the base maps. So almost I believe I cover everything, but I'm missing really important part of the applications. So I will show you here the really important part of the applications. So tile maps. Tile maps means uh, tile maps means this you have a somewhere in the service definitions you try to see these maps or total networks maps or tile of the maps. So we know the everybody the possibility if you have a like geodata, you can publish this geodata or generate some services into the geo server, and then you can call the services into the your base maps, into the your maps. That's I mean. So that means geo server is connected with the your PostGIS database. That's I mean here store. You connect the PostGIS database. Okay, I am out of the scene, out of the logging, or maybe the admin. I forget. So this is the loggings. If I forget the login ID, so you can go to the different store of the GeoServe applications, new store. You can see all the possibilities. If you have a PostGIS database, you can directly connect the PostGIS. If you have the shape files, even though you can with the shape files, and you connect the shape files, and then and so on and so forth. It works perfectly. That's you expected. The all possible formats shape files or format, you can import the files into the directly from the your local directory and define your services. Let's just follow my screencast number 35. There is clearly defined how can you import the PostGIS tables, databases, shape files or properties files and build your services. Just follow that one and then you can get really clear idea. How can you build your GeoServer services, and then after the GeoService is finished, how can you call the services into the here? So this is one of the output of the services. You can see this the information that I'm looking for. So you see my all the definition of the GeoServer definitions, the service definitions, all geometry definitions, and then that I'm calling the services for different application. Because this is one of the server, then I'm maybe 5 or 6 services. Side application is calling the services. That's one of the example. Like here the leaflet and from the OpenStreetMaps, from the the open layers and Angular and TypeScript calling the service from the one applications, and here is the leaflet service calling the other application for the for the for the for my geofunction. So you see the effect. So we defined our open layer GeoServer connected with the with the PostGIS database, and we defined our services, and we see the effect of the service here in the into the GeoServer web browser. And then after that, when the URL is coming, and then we can call this URL into the our web page. But most important, before the calling, you see that GeoServer, you need to be start the GeoServer. So that means every call is coming from by the GeoServer and it's recorded informations. I will show you later when I call the other part of the application. So you see that the GeoServer is the base URL, the localhost 777, and GeoServer is running. I show you here. This is our base UI. So this is our base UI is defined. So HTTP localhost, and then 777 GeoServer, and then GeoPostGIS application name WMS service that's in here, and GeoServer location. And this is the road layers, and this is the road layer. You can see that road layers, and this is the format and geos, and then transaction and transparency through, and then some attribute, and add very simple add to the into the maps. It works automatically. So it's you see the effect of the in here. So this is our all the complete networks. It's very efficient, but it's rendering very quickly and very efficiently work my PostGIS database, because I did a spatial indexing into my PostGIS database, and then it works. It's not what I expected, what the requirement it is. It will be faster. You see how many data is coming really faster. So you see the GeoServer is recording the all the record informations. So it is recording where it's calling, where the bounding box information is perfect. So let's stop this one, then we can run it the last one, the second one, the buildings informations for the for the from the geo maps GeoServer. So this is the building information. We see the same thing, base UI, and this is our layer names and then format of the yes. If I go there, so you see the layer names, the OSM buildings 2_2, and then it says the respective um, respective styles information for the information. So the information is that is containing the style has a bounding box informations. It has a latitude, longitude bounding. This is the bounding box. It has a projection informations. It has a width and height informations, and then and so on so forth information. Open layers, tag, and application format. And this is the one of it. You can even though you can resize it and query it. This is a full name and full scale. It's all possibilities possible to go. But I didn't did it yet. The SQLs as filtering search functionalities, but still it's possible to filter it the SQL statements. But in the future, if I have enough time, I will do that one these informations. So let's have a look how the application. So we call our base UI, and then a base UI look like here. I already say, so I'll show you. And then we call our layers. What layer we are looking for? Here is the layer names roads. Here is the OSM buildings too, and the image format and transparency, and add to the maps. And that's all. That works. I believe it is automatically change the layers. If you we did it add to the maps, and then maybe we can look for it take times maybe it take times here. So it's it's not take time because we are really big scale of the applications. So you see how much data it is loading for from the buildings information. This is all the data is open source data from the OpenStreetMap. You can go to the GeoFabric, and then you can load the respective countries. I mean here the GeoFabric GeoFabric download. You can go to the GeoFabric website,